Hello and welcome to episode number 114 of AV's Ripping Wax Packs podcast, coming to you from Searcy, Arkansas. I'm your host, Aaron Vaughn. This is the show where we rip open a wax pack every week and discuss that year and brand of card along with the players in the pack that we open. Along the way, we'll shout out some of your comments as listeners, discuss nostalgic stories about cards or players that come to mind, and spread the pure joy that comes with ripping open wax packs. Also, we have a weekly segment called Curt Facts, where my brother Curtis researches some players from the previous episode and shares those interesting facts on with y'all. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, and most podcast platforms. New episodes drop every Thursday. Our Twitter handle is @RippingWaxPacks. Our email is rippingwaxpacks@gmail.com. Our Facebook page is Ripping Wax Packs. And on YouTube, just type in AV's Ripping Wax Packs to see the part of the podcast where we rip open the pack from the podcast. We're always looking to promote veterans charities, so contact us, and we'd be happy to discuss a partnership or any type of way that we could help you give of your finances or time or any way to veterans and their families. Also, please give a listen to our sister podcast, CVs Tend to Check Out, a music podcast produced by Curtis and me that comes out once a month, sharing the joy of music and hoping to help listeners discover unfamiliar bands or songs they might want to look further into. Check it out right after you listen to this podcast. And be sure to like, review, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Remember, for both podcasts, if you comment, like, subscribe, or review, your name will be put into a random drawing for free prizes each episode. You only have to do that once, and your name will be in the drawing for all time, for as long as we do these podcasts. For AV's Ripping Wax Packs podcast, you'll receive cards from the podcast and free wax packs. And for CVs Tend to Check Out, you'll receive some kind of prize that has to do with music. So join in on the fun. Today, we will be discussing 2010 Bowman baseball cards. And we're going to get right into that and answer some questions about some things that we had from last week right after Curt Facts. Take it away, Curtis.
All right, here are your Curt Facts from episode 113, the 2022 Bowman Chrome Pack. Aaron asked a few questions like what the difference is between a refractor and a SuperRefractor card, and also who the players are that are shown on the wrapper. But I'm going to leave that for those listeners to comment on so we can get people that know more about this stuff than me to give us the correct answers. Remember, when I collected cards in the 70s and 80s, there was no such thing as all these inserts, parallels, refractors, so I don't know anything about this stuff. In fact, I don't know much about the players that are being pulled from these new packs in 2022, so it's been interesting for me to look into the players and report out on how they're doing so far in their career. So that's what I'm going to do here, and I'll leave those other questions for someone else. Cal Raleigh was pulled, and it was his rookie card, and this one could be one that might end up being worth something if he stays on his current trajectory. He currently plays catcher for the Seattle Mariners, making his major league debut on July 11th, 2021. In 2022, he led all major league catchers in home runs with 27, which also set a new Mariners record for homers by a catcher. That same year, he was a nominee for a Gold Glove and a Silver Slugger award at the catching position, even though he didn't end up winning those awards. As seems to be typical for most catchers nowadays, his batting average was only .211, but he did hit 20 doubles, 27 homers, and drive in 68 runs. Amazingly, 35% of his hits were homers, which combined with his low batting average seems to indicate an all-or-nothing approach at the plate. His total career stats so far in about a season's worth of games, 587 at-bats, is a .206 batting average with 32 homers and 90 ribbies. Still, in this day and age, that's a solid single season for any catcher, so hopefully he continues to get better. In fact, I looked at his year so far this year, and he's hitting a little better. He's hitting .230 right now, and he's got like 3 homers and 14 ribbies. So he might be one of those up-and-coming catchers that we'll be talking about more in the future. You just never know. Stephen Kwan's rookie card was also pulled, and since he plays for my favorite Cleveland Guardians team, I wanted to give him a little bit of love on the show. I watched him play every day last year, and I really just like his style of play because he's not an all or nothing type hitter, but instead he sprays the ball around the yard, bunts, takes walks, makes pitchers throw a lot of pitches, and makes contact, hardly ever striking out. Now, he also doesn't make a lot of hard contact, so, some people look down upon that, but to me, he puts the ball in play, and a lot of good things can happen when you put the ball in play. He also is a fantastic defensive left fielder, even winning a Gold Glove in his rookie 2020 season, where he also was in the running for the AL Rookie of the Year. In fact, I could probably put together an argument that he should have been the Rookie of the Year, but the guy out in Seattle plays center field, hit a bunch of homers and stuff, and people just love homers more than some of the things that Quan did. So, not taking anything away from that guy because he had a really nice year as well, but they were pretty close if you look at overall stats. He is one of just 6 players in the history of Major League Baseball to have a 5-hit game within the first 3 Major League games played, and he also became the first player since at least 1906 to reach base safely 15 times in the first 4 games he played. In fact, he saw 116 pitches to begin the year before he even swung and missed at a pitch. I mean, I remember watching this, and a lot of people were going crazy over this because it was like, who is this guy? Nobody had ever even heard of him. None of us Cleveland fans really had heard much about him in the minors or anything, and he comes up and these pitchers just can't get pitches past him. Now, again, he didn't get a hit every single time, but not swinging and missing is pretty amazing in this day and age of the way the way these players hit nowadays. We just don't see that kind of player much anymore, but maybe we'll start seeing more of that now that the shift has been outlawed, and so people may start swinging less for the fences and trying to spray the ball around the yard a little more. He finished his 2022 rookie season hitting .298 with 6 homers and 52 ribbies, 19 steals, 25 doubles, 62 walks, and 60 strikeouts while playing in 147 games that year. How about a player in this day and age who had more walks than strikeouts? Listeners probably have figured out by now that I hate strikeouts. Nothing can happen if you don't put the ball in play. He is known as an avid chess player and even started a chess club amongst his teammates on the Guardians. But what I think is really cool is that he brings inner city kids who play chess to the ballpark once a month for chess tournaments with him and his teammates. And as Aaron and I have always said, we like to try to find some of these things that are outside of baseball that these guys do good. And this guy seems to be just a truly great person. He also is an advocate for mental health issues, as when he was a freshman at Oregon playing baseball in college, he suffered from some tremendous anxiety and things with not feeling like he fit in with his teammates and that kind of thing. And some people helped him with that and got him on track, and so now he tries to give back and be an advocate for mental health issues. So that's another good thing that he does. Finally, from the 1986 Donruss pack, there were several decent players pulled that I already did bits on, like Gary Gaetti and Brett Saberhagen, so I'm not going to go over them again, but I did want to mention that Aaron was correct when he said that he believed Jose Rijo was an MVP with the Reds. Jose became a World Series champion with the Reds in 1990, and he was named the MVP of the World Series that year when he had 2 wins and no losses with a 0.59 ERA and 15 Ks in 15 innings pitched. So that's his claim to fame. He didn't do a whole lot after that. So that's all. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right, Curtis, thanks for those Curt Facts. We always appreciate it. And we actually, Curtis was talking about the refractors and SuperRefractors. So we actually had somebody comment in and tell us, kind of referred us to a Topps article that I looked up then. So thanks to them. This was Baseball Card Guru. Appreciate that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about those after let's do that right now. About the difference between the refractors and SuperRefractors. So this article is just called What is a SuperRefractor? A Guide to the Crown Jewel of Topps Chrome Trading Cards. So this has to do with Topps. So if there's something different from another company, I'm not sure, but this, I'm going to read a little bit about it here. So if this takes a little bit, learn something here. Don't get too bored. If you're into baseball cards, you may know this already, but I thought this was pretty cool. It says, if there's one holy grail of modern baseball cards, many might argue that it's the Topps Chrome Super Refractor. These cards, always numbered 1 of 1, have been game changers since they were introduced into the hobby. Any 1 of 1 is incredibly special. A Topps Chrome Super Refractor is iconic, the ultimate prize in modern baseball. So any Super Refractor must be 1 of 1, but this is Topps Chrome, so it's even more prized, I guess. It says, paving the way, the introduction of the Topps Refractor. It says, as they've written before, so if you look up other articles, you can find more of this. The Topps Refractor was introduced in 1993 in Topps' finest baseball set. While it wasn't even labeled as such and distinguished from the normal Chrome cards at the time, the Refractors became instant hits and were notable for their prismatic, eye-catching reflective design. Refractor cards have a special finish that made it highly reflective and shimmering, capturing the full spectrum of the rainbow. Over the years, the refractor design has remained a popular feature of Topps Chrome sets, with collectors eagerly anticipating the release of each new set. The refractor design has been adapted to a wide range of Topps products, baseball, of course, but it was also used in football, basketball, and hockey cards when Topps had the rights to those. Any Topps Chrome product from F1 to soccer has refractors nowadays. In addition to the standard refractor design, Topps has also released a number of special variations over the years, including X-Fractors, Super Refractors, and Atomic Fractors. Each of these variations has its own unique design and limited production run. But perhaps the best change came in 2005 when Topps introduced the 1 of 1 refractor, the Super Refractor. Here's the history of the Topps Chrome Super Refractor. The Topps Super Refractor was introduced in 2005 and first inserted into products like Finest, Bowman Chromes, and Topps Chrome. While the name might be a bit cheesy and on the nose, the card became an instant classic. Every Super Refractor is a 1 of 1 card, which of course means there's only one of its kind in existence. The card is created by taking a regular Topps Chrome card and applying a special golf vinyl refractor finish to it that makes it a 1 of 1. In other words, each base card has a 1 of 1 parallel to match. So if there were 300 cards in the Topps Chrome set for 2005, there were 300 total Super Refractors. The Topps Super Refractor is highly prized by collectors for a number of reasons. First and foremost, its rarity makes it an extremely valuable and sought-after card. Since they're all 1 of 1s, even the least exciting of players to pull still can demand a decent dollar amount to the right buyer, especially player PC builders who are chasing rainbows, all the different colors, that is. Excuse me. On top of that, there's also the nostalgia factor. With only one card in existence, collectors know that they are acquiring a truly unique piece of baseball card history. In addition to its rarity, the Topps Super Refractor is also highly desirable because of its striking visual appeal. The refractor finish gives the card a shiny, reflective surface that makes it stand out from other cards in a collection. The unique design and numbering of each Super Refractor also add to its appeal. Additionally, Super Refractor is often autographed by the player, which adds even more value to an already rare and desirable card. When this happens, sometimes players have 2 Super Refractors, the base and the autographed version. And so if you want to know what they look like, you can look online. It says it's not easily mistaken. It has a gold finish and spiraled pattern, looking as rare and valuable as, well, it is. It shows a picture of Mike Trout in one online and a Fernando Tatis. You can look. They're all gold, I guess. Super Refractors have been very consistent since their introduction. Whether it's from 2005 to 2023, they look very much the same, adding to their prestige and legacy. So I thought that was pretty cool. Thank you, Baseball Card Guru, for sending us that. If you actually put cardlines.com/tops-chrome-super refractor-card / that will come right up on your web browser. So it's a Topps Chrome Super Refractor guide to that trading card. So, and what Super Refractors are. So we appreciate that. I learned so much from that. Now, into the description of 2010 Bowman. It was released to the hobby on May 10th, 2010, and the set features 220 cards and a 110 card prospect insert set. Each hobby box yielded one on-card autograph in each HTA box. 3. Although some hobby boxes have been known to yield as many as 4 autographs, while others none at all. New to that year, there were 3 different insert sets: 92 Bowman throwbacks, Topps 100 prospects, and Bowman expectations. 2010 Bowman featured the first Major League Baseball licensed card, but not true rookie cards, of Steven Strasburg, Aroldis Chapman, and Andrew Kashner. On the initial checklist issued by Topps, Strasburg, Chapman, and Kashner did not appear in the Bowman prospects insert set. However, all 3 were added at the last minute. On March 3rd, 2010, Topps acquired an exclusive license with USA Baseball, and 2010 Bowman included cards of the 2009 Collegiate National Team and 2009 18 and under national team. Bryce Harper, the player that later went on to be the number 1 pick in the 2010 first-year player draft, was included in the 18 and under national team set. Shortly after 2010 Bowman's release, the aftermarket value of unopened wax skyrocketed, with hobby boxes selling for $180 and HTA boxes for as much as $320. And this was in 2010 even, not now. They're probably more now. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about that. This was due to the pent-up demand for new product in the first year of Topps' exclusive license and the top-notch rookie prospect and autograph checklist, including the first certified autograph of Steven Strasburg. So listen to this. So, Steven Strasburg was supposed to be this unbelievable baseball player, which he is. Great pitcher, unbelievable pitcher. But coming out of college, I think he was supposed to be amazing, even more than he is. I think Curtis could look this up, but I'm just off the top of my head, I think he's had a really good career, but he's been hampered with injuries a lot. So when his stuff is working, he's amazing. I think he led the league one year in wins, I believe. We'd have to look that up, but has had some great years, but I feel like he's always been hurt, and I think he's even hurt now. So I'm just not sure where he's at right now in his career. But it says in May 2010, the Super Refractor of Steven Strasburg. So there's that one of one Super Refractor. Cool that we talked about Super Refractors. That was pulled by Leo Kim of Virginia, who immediately sold it on eBay to Robert Power, a Michigan accountant, for $16,403.11. Power had the card professionally graded by Beckett, who gave it a gem mint BGS 9.5. And then Power, who unsuccessfully attempted to sell the card on eBay for $25,000, sold it instead to Brian Gray of Razor Entertainment for $21,403 in a private sale. Gray would include the card as a buyback in his 2010 Razor Rookie Retro product. Almost a year later, the card was pulled by Devin Grant of California, who wanted to raffle it off for charity. Due to tax and gambling laws, he was unable to do so at that time and held on to it for 4 years. Grant eventually consigned the card to Beckett Auction Services, who on September 20th, 2015 sold it for it says on here $3,289.27. So I'm not sure if that's a typo, if it's supposed to say 32,000, but it says 3,200. So I think it went down a lot. I think that's correct. And then so he lost a bunch of money, it looks like. In June 2017, it was listed on eBay as the buy it now price of $9,995 with no takers. So it looks like it went backwards. The most recent sale was in August 2017 when PWCC Auctions sold the card to Patrick Greeno, I think that's how you say it, for $5,600. So you see that fluctuation in price. It went from $21,000, now it's down to $5,600. Probably because of Strasburg not being what they thought he was. I mean, great. Like I said, nothing against him. Great pitcher, just hampered by injuries. So I thought that was pretty cool information. It does say in late September 2010, Bryce Harper's USA Super Refractor sold for $12,500. So pretty cool there. So those Super Refractors are huge and worth some money, but you got to sell at the right time. Distribution of 2010 Bowman or Hobbies, 24 packs per box, 10 cards per packs, 12 boxes per case. HTA Jumbos were 12 packs per box, 32 cards per pack, 8 boxes per case. Retail, 24 packs per box, 10 cards per pack, 12 boxes per case. Retail Jumbo Racks, 20 cards per pack. Blasters, 8 packs per blaster, 10 cards per pack. Whew. It says 2,229 cases of HTA Jumbos were produced. I did call this episode Steven Strasburg hype. So I was just telling you about how the hype around him and why that card, that Super Refractor, sold for so much and now it's not so much. So I thought that was pretty cool and interesting. And we appreciate Baseball Card Guru pointing us in the direction of the website on the Topps Chrome Super Refractors and explaining a little bit about that. So we appreciate that. We're going to go try to pull some rookie cards, some superstars. Any cards are fun to pull. And this does have, it says the Bowman packs that I have. This one here has actually has 2 Chrome cards in it. So it'd be pretty cool to see the Bowman as compared to the Chrome cards as well. So we're going to go over to YouTube now and bust this pack. All right, we have our Bowman pack here. And I just wanted to shout out the UT Martin beach volleyball, women's beach volleyball team. This is early on Sunday morning. I think it's April 30th, I believe. Can't remember the exact day, but I think it's Sunday, April 30th, early in the morning, about 6 o'clock that I'm taping this. And they just won the OVC automatic bid. They were undefeated in the OVC Ohio Valley Conference in beach volleyball. And my daughter plays on that team. Her name's Addison Vaughn. You can check that out. But they won the OVC and got the automatic qualifier to the national tournament in Gulf Shores, Alabama. So I wanted to give them a shout out. Congratulations to Coach Wilson and No, and their great job that they've done preparing those kids and those awesome young ladies. Great volleyball players, great people there. And then good luck to today's the selection show for women's beach volleyball to see who they play come Wednesday in Gulf Shores. So congratulations, UTM, University of Tennessee Martin Skyhawks. And you guys are going to do great. So represent the school well. I know y'all will. Here is and I'm very proud of everybody, and especially my daughter, Addie. Here's the Bowman, home of the rookie Bowman. It says 2010 Major League Baseball. Has Steven Strasburg on the front. 10 cards featuring 2 Bowman Chrome cards. So you're going to see what the Chrome looks like on here. A lot of people that look at cards know. But if you don't, it's cool to kind of compare them together. Our winner for this week's cards, some cards from this pack and some other free wax packs, episode 114, we have Jared Galtro. I think that's how you say it. And congratulations. We'll send you those cards out this week or next week. So let's go ahead and bust this open. Oh yeah, on the back we have, this is silver on the back with black writing. It's got a bunch of insert information. In the front, Bowman is written in red, if you're just listening, and there's like a tealish blue in the background behind Strasburg, yellow at the bottom with some red writing and the Major League Baseball symbol there. Exclusive Major League Baseball trading card. All right, let's open this up. No further ado. See what we get. The 1/1 Super Refractor. After talking about that, makes me, that would be so cool. I can't imagine getting one of those. All right, we got a Neil Walker. So here's what they look like. Looks like they have black borders, which some of them at least. I'm not sure if all of them. They may be different colors here. It looks like, but it's going to be pretty condition sensitive here. The black would be hard to get them in perfect condition. I'm even looking at this. It's probably hard for you to see, but there's a little dink on the top corner of this card as it comes. It's from 2010, so it's been in a pack a while. Never know where these packs have been and thrown around and stuff. But here's Neil Walker rookie card. He's had some good years, I think. Neil Walker rookie card. The RC at the top. Oh yeah, I guess I'll tell you that says their name at the bottom. Left corner, right corner has their position and then their team. Top left has Bowman at the top there. The right side has the rookie card. Next we have Brandon Allen rookie card. On the back it looks like it has a little bit about them, their resume, skills, up close information, and it looks like it has 1 year of their last year stats and then their career totals. So they're not taking up a bunch of room with stats. I like to see all the stats, but it seems like a lot of these cards, there are so many different varieties of cards now. Some of them just have last year's stats and then their career total. Some have no stats at all, it seems like, on them anymore. Here's Ryan Dempster. All right, here are the two Chrome cards. Okay, so we have, here's what a regular Bowman card looked like. I guess they kind of call it Bowman paper because it's not Chrome. And then here's the Chrome. It's just made in a Chrome color, made thicker. And I'm thinking, I could be wrong, somebody can tell me this, but I think in the Chrome set, they're going to have the card that looks like the regular Bowman base card, but it'll be in Chrome, I believe. I could be wrong about that. So that's the difference. And the Chrome cards are just kind of silverish Chrome, as you know, they're called Chrome. And the back kind of looks the same. I'll put it up there next to the other one, but it's just with a different color. But it's got the same type of stuff on the back. Here's another Chrome card. This is actually the Bowman Chrome card that has a USA Baseball guy on it. We were talking about they added those USA Baseball players in there from a couple different teams. One was the 18 under, and one was, I guess, older players. This is Casey McGrew. Next, we have Adam Dunn. Look at this, is a Bowman Expectation. So we got an insert card. It looks a little different. That was one of the 3 insert sets that they had in their Bowman Expectations. And so it has 2 sides. I didn't even see that. Adam Dunn on one side, and then the other one has the other side has Chris Marrero Bowman Expectations. So pretty cool. You get 2 players on one card. Huh. All right, next we have here's a Bowman throwback, and you notice it looks like a 1992 Bowman card. Those have some worth, but it's a throwback, and it says BT. That means Bowman throwback number 38 in that insert set. So we got another insert. That's cool. So we got the Bowman Expectation insert card. We got the Bowman throwback insert card. We got 2 Topps Chrome cards. Here's just another. There's a Bowman First card, so it's a little bit different as well. Bowman First. It says it's like their first Bowman card, I guess. In the top corner, it says Bowman First, and that is Yen Wen Kuo, and it says Kuo Yen Wen on it in a little Chrome autograph. And another Bowman First card, Donovan Tate. Pretty cool. We got some cool different cards in here. And then our last one, it looks like this is probably some type of parallel because it's gold on the outside. So I would say he's got another card that probably, I could be wrong, but I would say that using my common sense, he probably has another card that has the black border. This guy does, Trevor Cahill, and it's instead of gold, it would be black, but this is the gold parallel. It's just got a gold border. So there's our cards. Pretty cool pack there. Just to learn a lot about cards today. So we appreciate you watching. And again, go Skyhawks. Do well in the beach volleyball national tournament this coming week. Or this week, I guess. Good luck. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. All right. Again, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I thought that was pretty awesome there. Not anything that had to do with me, but for being sent in the information about the SuperRefractors. We appreciate that again from Baseball Card Guru. I learned a lot this episode. Curtis did a great job. We appreciate him. And that pack just was full of different types of cards and inserts and parallels. So it was pretty cool. So just so you know that you can always contact us in the following ways. Our Twitter handle is @RippingWaxPacks. Our email is rippingwaxpacks@gmail.com. Our Facebook page is Ripping Wax Packs. And on YouTube, just type in AV's Ripping Wax Packs to see the part of the podcast where we rip open the pack from the podcast. And remember to check out our other podcasts CVs tend to check out, a music podcast that comes out once a month. We're always looking to promote veterans charities, so contact us to learn more about donating to veterans and their families. And thanks always to Curtis for researching for the Curt Facts segment. This has been AV's Ripping Wax Packs podcast. This is Aaron Vaughn thanking you for tuning in. Have fun, be safe, love one another, and keep God first in your life. Have a good one.